you for tuning in to Keeping You in the Know. Today I want to share with you something that I'm still having difficulty believing. Walgreens. I'll say it again. Walgreens, the store I've been shopping at, and I'm sure you have shopped at for many, many years. A company, corporation, whatever you choose to call it, that has a reputation for being very family-oriented. A company that, if asked 10 people, they would all say, "Oh, I would never think that Walgreens would try to cheat me." They have a reputation of being honest. Well, surprise, surprise. In January, I purchased this card from Walgreens. It's called the Balance Financial Prepaid MasterCard. Now, my reasons for buying this card is because the debit card that I normally buy is called Vanilla Visa. They didn't have it in stock. So I said, okay, wow, Walgreens now has their own debit card. So regardless if it's Walgreens, they have this reputation or not, I'm still going to read the fine print. And that's exactly what I did. I read it from cover to cover to cover to the back. As much information that I was allowed to read that was not sealed or taped in. Now, I'm dyslexic, so of course, after reading this a couple of times, I still went over and I asked the salesperson, could they look it over to make sure that there would not be any additional charges after buying this card. Now, the reason I asked that, because on the back it states, you have to keep $1,000 on this card to not be charged $2.95. Now, the sneaky part is, it leads you to believe you have 30 days to put this $1,000 on the card. So I'm figuring, okay, within 30 days, whatever money I put on this card, because I'm only putting enough to pay this, that, and the other, I'm not going to have to worry about that $2.95 because I would have spent all the money that was on the card. Whew, was I surprised. I buy the card, I put the money on, I think it was $450 I put on the card. I get home, I try to activate the card. That's when I find out within 10 days I'm going to be charged $2.95. And I was immediately upset. I was upset because, in my opinion, that's deceptive practice. They did disclose this. To me, I feel cheated. Maybe deceptive practice is not it, but I think it is. So my next question is, why is it that you're only allowed to put $500 at the time of purchase, but then they want you to have $1,000 on the card within 10 days? My second question is, why wasn't that written on the outside of the card that you legally have the right to read? Why is that information on this additional disclosure that is sealed inside of the card, has a tape on the end to prevent you from opening it, where the card is sealed in? So I called and I spoke with the gentleman at the head of the department. I'm not going to disclose his name right now, because just in case one of you call him and he decides to lie and say he never spoke with me, I can tell you his name then and find out why he's lying in telling you he had no knowledge of this. I spoke with him about 30-40 minutes back in January. He said he would check into it because, in his opinion, yes, that information should be disclosed. I was told that they would change it. Well, it is now April 27th. I called a couple of days ago, same policy. And at the end of this, you'll be able to hear my conversation with this supervisor, where she is clearly stating, within 10 days, you will be charged $2.95 because there is not $1,000 on the card. Walgreens. I don't get it. Don't you have enough money? Anyone, 9 times out of 10, that are buying these cards cannot afford to put $1,000 on it within 10 days. I raise my hand. I would not be able to do it. And the average person that's going to buy these cards from you probably can't afford to waste $2.95. And I say waste because by not disclosing it on the outside of the card, you're not giving them the choice to decide if they want to throw away $2.95 if they cannot afford to put $1,000 on your card within 10 days. I find it hard to believe, again, that you need the money. Do you really need to steal, and it is stealing, $2.95 from your customers? Or do you use that $2.95, in your opinion, to pay for the outside packaging and all the printing and the cute little silver here and then your name here in the red? Because I have to say, out of all of the debit cards out there, this packaging is pretty fancy. But at the end of the day, you have a reputation of being family-oriented, a reputation of being honest. Why would you cheat your customers out of $2.95? Why would you cheat me? I spoke with this gentleman, the head of the department, and was told I would not be charged with $2.95. I was charged. I called in to have it credited back to me, and there is no record of me ever calling and speaking with this gentleman. But me, when I spoke with him, the first thing I said was, this call is being monitored. So I have the proof that I need that I did speak with him. So I'm asking you, or someone you know, or even people you don't know, post this, share this. Do what you can to get back your $2.95, or help someone else get their $2.95 back. Because the only way to get through to these large corporations is through their pocket. You're being cheated. I took that inhale and I'm exhaling because my friends tell me that, why do you bother? I bother because $2.95 at this particular time in my life is very important to me. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people that are in the same situation. $2.95 is a lot of money. Help yourself. Help others. Spread the word. Unless you just enjoy being cheated. I don't. Thank you for tuning in. This is Ms. Berger signing off. Ciao.
Supervisor, am I speaking with you?
Yes, your supervisor. I need to let you know this call is being monitored too, because I know you're monitoring the call. I don't know if she, well, she probably didn't have time to inform you about the card, but I called in about this card back in January. There was $2.95 charged to the card 10 days after purchasing it. This information was not disclosed on the packaging. It's sealed inside, so you kind of find it out after the fact. I would like to know why this information is not available to customers before purchasing.
I apologize, Ms. Gold, that you have not been advised that there is a monthly maintenance fee for balanced financial card.
You have what, ma'am? Can you speak up a little bit?
It is actually clearly stated in our terms and conditions.
And where are those terms and conditions, ma'am?
You can look at the website. You can actually visit Walgreens.com.
If someone's in your store, and they pick up, because Walgreens has been around for many, many, many years. It's a family-oriented business, trustworthy reputation. So just like myself, I read the packaging from cover to cover. Okay, thought I was making a good buy. It wasn't until after I activated the card that I found out that I was duped. That $2.95 would be charged to my card within 10 days. That information that you just referred to is sealed inside the card inside the packaging where the card is. You can't get to it to read it. So if I'm in Walgreens, you want me to get online? Or do you want me to rely on the information on the packaging because Walgreens has a reputation of being honest and fair? It's a family-oriented business. Is that what you're saying?
I definitely understand where you're coming from.
I can't hear you, ma'am.
I really apologize for what happened. This monthly fee was not completely stated on the terms and conditions.
And can you tell me where that is on the packaging on the outside of the card, ma'am, that customers have the access to? Can you tell me where that's stated?
It is actually located inside the card packaging. So
Yes, exactly. Bingo. Inside the card packaging that is sealed shut, that you do not have the legal right to open until you purchase the card.
But we would like to know that this is the only fee that we have for Balance Financial. We don't have any fee to process transactions. Ma'am,
you're not answering my question. How can a consumer know that they're going to be charged $2.95 within 10 days if it is not disclosed on the outside of the packaging, which is the only information available to the customer before they buy the card? How are they supposed to find out about that $2.95? Oh, I remember. They're supposed to get online. Right there on the spot. Ooh, let me get online. Let me pull up Walgreens card. Is that what you're stating?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you think that's fair?
Yes, sir.
You think it's fair?
I know where you're coming from since you are not able to get the information.
Thank you. Yes. Do you think that's fair for the people that cannot afford to put $1,000 on a card within 10 days? Such as myself. Don't you think this information should be disclosed on the outside of the package?
I understand.
No, ma'am, I don't want your understanding. Yes or no? Should it be disclosed on the outside of the packaging? You're just being honest.
Escalate it to our higher level department.
I'm sorry?
I'll go ahead and escalate this concern.
Ma'am, I've already escalated this. I've already spoken with the head of this department, and he told me that it was going to be changed. This was back in January. It is now almost May, and your process is still the same. You're still ripping people off for $2.95 because the outside of this package leads people to believe that they have 30 days to put $1,000 on this card. Or if they don't, then they would be charged $2.95, not within 10 days. So please go ahead and escalate it so whomever might actually think to do something about it, because I'm getting ready to. Thank you very much. I know you're just an employee, but I had to ask these questions. This is the only way that other people can find out how Walgreens, of all places, the family store, is ripping people off. You have a nice evening, sweetie, okay?
You take care of yourself and thank you for calling Balance Financial.
Okay, bye-bye.